In the last video, we had an understanding of the meaning of economics and the nature of economy and the fundamental problems of economy. Now let's try to understand types of economy. Economy, as we said earlier, is nothing but an arrangement of activities in trying to solve the three central problems of economics, namely what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. Now, the countries of the world have been classified into various types of economic systems, broadly into three types of economy. First one, the central planned economy, also called as a command economy. A centrally planned economy or a command economy is a system where the government takes all decisions related to the production and consumption of wealth. There is no free enterprise. The government wishes to ensure that every individual has basic needs and takes care of those needs. Housing, shelter, clothing, education, etc. Therefore, there shall be no poor or rich differentiation. All would be treated alike. However, the freedom of expression and enterprise would be rather limited in a centrally planned economy or a command economy. Although very few centrally planned or a command or a socialist economy exists today, North Korea or China in principle may be taken as examples. Now, on the other extreme, we have the market economy, also known as a capitalist economy, which is based on the principle of laissez-faire, in French which means let free. Here in a market or a capitalist economy, the government does not interfere in economic decisions. The resource allocation, the consumption, production and all related activities basically gets arranged on the principle of efficiency of allocation. Therefore, individuals control resources and free enterprise exists. There is a lot of scope for innovation and wealth creation. However, there is also possibilities of severe inequality of wealth and poverty. That is a market or capitalist economy. A large part of the world today are market economies. Now, apart from these two, there is a mixed economic system. Countries like India, which intends to select the best of both centrally planned economic systems methodologies as principles of market economies. Therefore, in a country like India, you would find the government-owned enterprises existing along with private enterprises. It may be from a ration shops offering essential commodities to organized professional retail like Big Bazaar, to government schools, to private schools, government hospitals to private hospitals. So where the private and the public coexist, it's a mixed economic system. Although largely, most part of the world today, you find market or capitalist economic systems thriving and surviving. Having just understood the types of economic systems in the world, now let's try to understand two fundamental aspects of economics: the nature of economics and the approaches of the study of economics. Now, nature of economics tries to explain the concept of positive and normative science. Now, all sciences are classified as positive or normative. Positive science refers to those sciences or fields of knowledge which explain facts as they exist, as it is. They just describe. Normative science, on the other hand, refers to those sciences which not only studies things as they are, but also give value judgments. They not only describe, but also prescribe. Let me give you an example. Now, physics is a science which may be considered as positive. Physics would explain the solar system, wherein the sun is the center of our solar system and the earth and other planets revolve around the sun. Now, physics never makes judgments about whether it being right or wrong, good or bad. It's a statement of fact. At the same time, you have normative science, sciences like sociology, which studies about the caste system in Indian society. It not only explains the nature of caste system, but also suggests that it may not be really good or it may be bad. Now, economics is both a positive and a normative science. Economics explains the phenomena of poverty. It defines what is poverty and how it exists. At the same time, it should also consider it as a problem and suggest ways of solving poverty as a social issue. Economics is both a positive and a normative science. Economics studies a phenomena and also decides and gives judgment as to whether that's right or wrong or good or bad. Another classic example would be the income inequality in India. Income inequality is a matter of fact, but which may not be ideal for the social or economic system in India. So thus, economics is both positive and a normative science. Similarly, let's try to come to understanding the approach of the study of economics. The approach of the study of economics has broadly been classified into micro and macro approach. Now, micro approach or microeconomics studies individual units. Now, there are various economic phenomena. If studied individually, we consider it as a microeconomic approach. For example, the demand for various commodities, may it be agriculture products, luxury commodities, fast-moving consumer goods. When you study the demand for these individual products, it's a microeconomic approach. At the same time, macroeconomic approach takes into consideration the large aggregate picture. What is the total output in the economy? What is the nature of national income? What is the levels of unemployment? These are subject matters of macroeconomics. Thus, economics considers both microeconomic as well as macroeconomic approach. Microeconomics helps in managing and understanding the economic system. Macroeconomics helps in planning for growth and development. Thus, at the end of this session, which included an understanding of the first chapter, we try to understand the meaning of economy, the economic system, the central economic problems, the concept of production possibility frontier, and the types of economic system, and also the nature and approaches to the study of economics in terms of positive and normative science and micro and macro approach. In our next session, we shall try to understand the concepts related to consumer